understanding the importance of skin and nail care for diabetics. We're highlighting the joy of beauty brand with our next small business spotlight. That and much more on the way with Good Morning Washington.
Well, it is time now for our next small business spotlight. And as we recognize National Diabetes Awareness Month, we are with local entrepreneur Joy A. Johnson, who is helping people to better advocate for their health with her Joy of Beauty brand. So welcome, Joy.
Thank you. I appreciate you, Eileen.
All right. Well, let's talk, because I feel like when we talk about diabetes, everyone just kind of immediately thinks of food and,
Yes.
you know, foods we should eat, we should avoid. But you say we should also be focusing on skin and nail care. Why is that so important?
It's really important to consider the skin because it's the largest organ on the body. And so everything you put on it is goes into the body just the same as everything that you eat goes inside the body. So it's just as important to be conscious of the ingredients that you're using and making sure that it's not going to affect you while you're battling the disease.
Yeah, that's such a good point. So what inspired you to create your own brand that's focused on being diabetic friendly?
Well, it's funny because my actual community that I'm really close to is the cancer community because of my mother and her siblings. They've all, except for one, have had cancer. But I saw a lot of parallels with cancer and diabetes. And because I am a manicurist, I saw a lot of feet. And I saw a lot of what the disease did to the feet.
Okay.
And because diabetes affects the African American community 60% more than other racial groups, I felt that it would be more advantageous for me to focus on diabetes. And then a great overspill of that is those with cancer, new and nursing moms, elderly, all of those groups of folks could actually benefit from the products, not just diabetics, but focusing on that was more important.
Wow, I love how your business has just kind of pivoted, you know, through the years. So let's talk about some of the tips that you have for us, some of the products, things that we should be doing, obviously probably for diabetics, but I'm sure for all of us.
Yeah, think of it like children's Tylenol. You know, a child is made for a child, is formulated for a child, but as an adult, we can also take it. We just take more.
Yeah,
so
perfect.
Same thing with the products. So the first thing I wanted to highlight was it's super important to see your health professional, whether it's your primary care doctor, your endocrinologist, your podiatrist. It's super important to find someone that you connect with and keep that appointment and keep communicating with them about the things that you like to do to make sure that it won't be disruptive to the disease, especially if you're a new diagnosis.
Yeah, because I think that happens is a lot of people, they get that diagnosis and they kind of think, okay, what now?
Right.
So, but having, you know, all of these different doctors kind of working together,
yes,
probably important.
Absolutely. So one of the other things you want to consider is when you're talking to your beauty professional, find out about the treatments. You know, like, for example, if you're getting pedicures, you want to make sure that that person is accustomed to understanding the needs of a diabetic.
Okay.
You know, not using a foot file that's too aggressive like this one, whereas you need to use something that's a little bit more sensitive to the skin. Not being able to get wax treatments. Waxing is a contraindication of diabetes. So if you're a former waxer or a current waxer and you have the disease, it's something that you should not be doing.
Okay. And our manicurists, are they, I mean, is that something that you should probably like tell them right away?
Correct.
Hi, I'm, you know, diabetic, and so that they would know what to use? Okay.
Absolutely. You want to say, you know, hi, I'm Joy. These are all of my ailments and concerns.
Yep.
You do want to give them that run-of-the-mill, what's going on with you.
Okay.
That way they can consciously think about what you can and cannot receive as well.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, move ahead.
So some other things to be conscious of are salt and sugar scrubs, super popular to help alleviate dry skin, but they're actually not good for diabetics. Salt and sugar grains, when you look under a microscope, are super jagged. And so you want to use something like the Joy of Beauty Poppy Seed and Cocoa Whipped Body Butter Scrub. It uses poppy seeds, which is a round sphere, which doesn't have jagged edges. And so while you're exfoliating the skin, even if you are a little aggressive, it won't cause any injury to the skin, which is what you're trying to avoid. So that's a huge item that I always tell people. And then kind of my last three things, we have petroleum jelly, which is extremely popular among old school moms.
I love me some petroleum jelly, trust me.
The only thing with it is it's extremely stifling. It is a non-inclusive product, meaning it doesn't allow the skin to breathe. And a diabetic absolutely cannot use something that's going to stifle the skin. So you want to look for more like oils, like Joy of Beauty's lemon and rosemary shower body oil, something that's going to be able to easily go into the skin. So oil is a smaller molecule than petroleum jelly, so that makes it easier for the skin to absorb it.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, you want to make sure that you're using tools that are safe to really cut those toenails. If you're afraid of cutting your toenails, see your podiatrist. They can take care of that for you, or see a professional that has the tools that can help to trim those, because the disease makes the toenails really, really thick. So that can make it challenging to trim them on your own.
Joy, I have learned so much. I hope you at home have learned a lot as well. joyofbeautybrand.com if you want to find out some of the products and also connect with Joy to find a little bit more information. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
All right.